Sharks are still in, but they've discovered that Evan is over $2 million in debt for his broom business, Wisp. Effectively, you're
See
down
that thing?
$2 million.
You see that thing?
2.1 million in the hole. Well,
Let's talk about critters tonight.
Job of painting the exact picture because we know that the products will sell, and what I'm here for is to
oh God, I just
I've made mistakes.
made y'all dizzy as crap.
A for effort and an F for execution.
Let me tell you about Soul Boy.
And so for those reasons, I'm out.
Look, the product clearly works.
A rescue
I mean, that's
dog.
the intriguing part. But in year after year after year,
I got him.
No money. That's very depressing.
Oh,
and so
crap.
the question.
That didn't work out good. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. He's a rescue dog. Didn't work out that well with his previous owners. They had him. He was about 2 years old. They got a baby. They spoiled the dog snot out of him, and he didn't get aggressive. He was just. I was told when I adopted him he was an aggressive dog. That little black piece of work that weighs 120 pounds wouldn't hurt a soul. It's just that he was their baby up until they had a baby. And then things changed. This guy right here, as you can tell, he was right underneath my feet. Knows what's going on with my blood pressure. He worries about me. If I forget my medicine in the morning, he comes pestering the crap out of me. He's a good old boy. Not only that, the grandkids are over, the youngest kid in the house, he sits right in front of them. He lays down right in front of them, in between them and the door. Other than when my mom's over. My mom is elderly, and he sits in between her and the door. Well, they got a little miniature poodle, comes over with them. Oh my God, and is he a handful. They go to California about once every year, and I train him up and get him to where he lines up and stays out the kitchen, and he'll sit and he'll shake. Next week when they bring him back, he's a freaking hot mess. So, but these guys, let's circle back around. These daggum animals. How do we get so attached to them? Let's go back. I was a little kid. I was 5, 6 years old, something like that. And we had this wiener dog, full-size wiener dog. Her name was Heidi. Man, I loved that little dog so much. And of course, as it always goes. And that's the only time I'm going to say it, because I'm just going to keep passing on to the next one. They pass. But I was so in love with Heidi. Heidi would sleep in me with my bed every night and everything else, and she was an awesome little dog. And she passed away. And I got this dog named Jim. It was a rehome off a friend of ours and everything else, and that son of a buck would climb trees. I could go climb the tree in our backyard. He'd climb up there behind me. Then we go on a little further. we had Snoopy and Leon. You know what Snoopy was? She was a beagle. Leon was another wiener dog, but he was a mini wiener. And we're not absolutely sure what happened, but they were AKC registered. These, I didn't buy them. This I was still living with mom and dad. And they were expensive dogs. And we still to this day think that they got snatched by somebody who realized what they were. So, had them two dogs. Don't ever know what happened to them, of course, because they disappeared. Then I got this little dog named Digger. My second favorite dog I've ever had. Oh, Mr. Diggs. He was crazy. I had an old 1980 model Toyota pickup truck, and I'd tell him load up, and he'd jump up in the back of it, and we go riding. And I mean, I was in my 20s at this point in time. We go riding. And when we went to field parties and stuff like that and everything else, and I mean, we go hang out with friends, and Mr. Diggs was just always there. He was an awesome little dog. He had this one other habit that was kind of annoying, but it was kind of cool. Say you had some of that medical product in your pocket. His name was Mr. Digger, because he'd come over and smell in your pocket and dig at your pant leg. You know, it's a little bit of that medical product. So, after that, I got another beagle that I called Fancy. Fancy came along over. I had gone down to the local McDonald's. She jumped in the car, and Reba McEntire Fancy was playing on the phone, on the radio. So she was Fancy. Fancy wound up running off. Same as Snoop and Leon. Or whatever happened. But she was another AKC registered beagle. She was chipped. She was fixed. I mean, I don't know why beagles are hard dogs to keep. They like to go out and roam. Let me think for just a second. After Fancy, who did I have? Oh, with my ex, we had Smokey and the Bandit. My ex wanted a dog. She shows up over at these people's place, and they've got like 6 or 7 pups. Actually, one of the pups actually went to a really good friend of ours, because she adopted one while she was there too. And Smokey and Bandit were awesome. Great little dogs. I was in and out of jail at the time and everything else. My ex still got them. They love me to death. You know, I mean, I ain't got no problems with that. Then I went to prison. Of course, I didn't have a dog for a good long while. So, I get out of prison, and I'm living in some condos and doing maintenance work for the rent and everything else, and it was working out pretty good. And that was that RW guy I talked about. But I can't say his name because my wife will oink, knock me in the head. So, I started looking for me a dog. And I went to Paul's Pet Adoption Welfare Services in Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They do great work. I'll go ahead and promote them. And saw that butthead I hope you can see in the beginning of the video. I couldn't flip my phone back and forth, so I hope there's a picture of him. If not, I'll post a picture of him. So, but here nor there. Went the first time, looked at the dogs, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, man, I've never owned a lab before. Never have I owned a lab before. He's a big old beast, and I'm like, in my little condo? So I'm shopping around. I go back again. I see him again. And I'm like, good God, he's a handsome young man. Things go the way they do, and I leave again. Easter Sunday. They're open. And I go back down there to Pet Adoption Welfare Services, Paul's, and he's still sitting there. And I looked at him and I said, sit down. And he sat down. I said, shake. He reached his paw out towards me. And I said, can you stand up? He stood up. I said, man, that's mine. This guy right here sitting there next to my feet, y'all can't see it, but he's right here next to my feet. Is an awesome dude. He knows when I don't take my medicine, like I said earlier, he knows when I don't take my medicine, he knows when my blood pressure's up or down or whatever. He is. Watches out over everybody in the family. We joke around all the time. Are the humans coming? Surprised he didn't jump up. Well, there his head goes right now. Where's the humans? Come here. Give Daddy loves. Come here. Come here. Let's show you off. Come here. Let's show you off. Come on. Give Daddy loves. Let's show you off, buddy. Yeah, that's my boy. Yep. It's crazy. Watch this. Enough. Get down. Thank you, buddy. I love you. He's sitting here looking at my hands right now because I told him I loved him. He's a nerd bird. Best damn dog I've ever had in my entire life. Well, y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background. Hang on, I'll be real quiet. Our coyotes are running. Yeah, we got coyotes out there. Got a huge pack of them. But yeah, I'll let y'all go. It's getting long. It's almost 15 minutes. Thanks. Do me a favor if you would. I'm new. Subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Give me a like. Love y'all. Peace out.